the taxpayer money, man. All that gear that we just gave the Taliban. They just have so much good stuff
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I'm trying my best to stay quiet on Instagram and shit. I refuse to post anything because I just don't want to be that guy. But it sucks really seeing all that equipment.
Yeah, that does suck. I'm not like ever. Yeah, there's some people that are getting real worked up about this whole thing, getting upset about it, and I'm like, dude, if you didn't know this was gonna happen, I feel like you just weren't paying attention. For the
Oh, I
last
totally
15
knew it was gonna
years,
happen.
and
But it's hard because like everyone's like last week. I mean, again, it dies down like every media thing. But last week, everyone's like, "How do you feel? How do you feel?"
hmm
And it's like, well, you've never even been to the country, so it's hard for me to like, explain like, okay, these are the ANA. This is what I saw. They
hmm
weren't very competent. A lot of them were on drugs. They don't. A lot of people don't know how to read. And they're like, oh, really? So you have to take it back a step. Be like, okay, yeah, Afghanistan is like this. This is how it is. So it's like you're starting day one, week one with these people, and it's like,
yeah,
so I got to the point where I was like, I don't really want to talk about it because like they haven't been, and they just like don't understand. It would take me forever to explain everything to them.
it's almost like taking a bunch of fourth and fifth graders and teaching them how to be soldiers, how to be professional soldiers.
Yeah,
Because that's like the education level that they're at, if that.
that's kind of the short answer that I've been giving people. Like if I do want to say something, they're like, oh, well, how come they got overran? And I'm like, well, that's what happens when you let children take
Well,
over. You know?
part of it I will say too, though, on in their defense, is a lot of these outlying areas. Like where we were at. Down in Kandahar area, down in around Marja and all that. All Helmand province. Those dudes weren't getting paid, and had like no food, and they had like no ammo. So it's
Yeah.
like if you're the ANA, if you have no food and you have like one magazine of ammo, what are you going to
Yep.
do when the Taliban says you can either give up or we'll kill you?
Oh,
Like,
for sure. It's
and
like all these. It's like a gang rolling in. Like, and
yeah,
they outnumber you. They're way better armed, and they're just like, hey, yeah, you're either with us or against us.
that's why I think when the whole thing kicked off, I made a post and I was like, man, it just sucks because I know there was a lot of good Afghans that really wanted a change in their country, and a lot of good soldiers that were willing to fight for their country, and it was all thwarted by the level of corruption that went all the way to the highest
Yeah.
levels of government there. It wasn't the individual foot soldier sometimes. It was like the commanders bought their positions, and then they would also, I don't know, man, everything, it was just so much corruption, stealing fuel, stealing uniforms, selling weapons, optics, it was just like, what are you going to do? And for me, I'm not surprised also because I was in Sangin and Sangin got overran by ISIS like 2 years ago or something like that. I don't think it's been
Yeah.
held by ANA or any Americans in a long time. So my whole like disgust happened already because I'm like, ugh, after I saw the videos of the bazaar in Sangin just being completely empty and destroyed, it was just like, man, they had like a bustling. We'd have to be dodging cars and mopeds and stuff, and all the people going through the bazaar, and now it's just empty, and you know, it sucks
Yeah.
for those people.
Yeah. I just have to like consider, like, just look at myself and be like, and I feel for the people who fall into this category, but I'm just like, well, aside from some like mental scars and being upset, it's like I didn't get hurt. Like I'd feel a lot different if like I went over there and like was an amputee. I couldn't imagine how those people, or like a family member who lost somebody. Like
Yeah,
I'm like I'm not in that
that's
boat.
true.
I have my own feelings, and that's it. But if I like went over there and like lost my leg, I'd be a little bit more pissed. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for that, but yeah, I just know my situation.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to know. I think the only person I personally knew that was killed was Jason Kalo, killed in Afghanistan. I knew a few other guys that had been killed in training and stuff. Um, so maybe that's part of it. Maybe if I was in like a unit like 3-5 or something that lost a ton of guys, and it'd be different. Like, what was it all for? Kind of. I don't know, man. I'm just a very like whatever. I try not to let things bother me because if I'm going to sit here and dwell on, oh no, the country fell, like we all knew it was going to. Like,
Yeah.
what good does it do for me to sit here and be sad or fucking upset? I will say that the withdrawal was a fucking shit show, And all of this started because they fucking pulled troops out of Bagram, before they started pulling all the people out of Kabul. And Bagram has like 3 airstrips on it or something like that. Kabul has 1. It's like, why didn't you get everybody, all these diplomats and all these like refugees and stuff that you're wanting to get out before you closed up the final air base that had the capability to keep air support in the air all the time and stuff like that,
Yep.
That's
now they're just sending more guys in. Like I just saw the 82nd has gone in. I don't know how many of them, but
they've been there. They went in. There was like 1,000 went in. I think the same time as the MEU, as the I think 1-8, and then I think the 82nd sent more guys. I think there's like 7,000 troops on the ground there, American troops. That doesn't include all the French and Brits and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What a
it looks bad. Like right before we recorded, I saw a video of the refugees at the wire, and it was like a bunch of British troops, and they were saying like they have to like spray them with a hose to keep them cool because there's just no water and it's hot.
Fuck yeah, it's hot.
And they're just collapsing. So one of the British troops was on a Connex box just spraying them with a hose to try to keep them cool.
What a crazy place, man. You know what I've been doing, which is kind of wild, and maybe people out there will try this that has Snapchat. I don't know. Do you have Snapchat?
No, I got rid of it.
I have. That's one of those things I never use it. I think we have one group that you were a part of for a little bit, and I don't even barely get on there. But I've gotten on the last few days, and I go over on the maps, and you can go over Kabul and see people's actual Snapchats. So I'm sitting there watching all these Snapchats from Kabul, and most of them are like dudes getting ready to play Warzone or getting ready to play Fortnite, and they're like getting ready for the Taliban, and they're like joking about it. And then you see people that are out on the street, and they see like Taliban vehicles and shit drive by and stuff at the airport. But some of them are like us, man. They're just joking around like, fuck, what else can you do? Laugh or cry. Might as well laugh about it.
Did you see that picture of the I don't know if it's real, the Taliban doing the Iwo Jima flag raising?
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, whatever.
I don't know if is that real?
Yeah, no, that is real. That it says like they're using U.S. equipment and stuff like that, and they're not. That's like the camo's not ours. It's a propaganda thing, man. Hey, dude, they're winning the propaganda war right now, and especially in there. Maybe here in the States, people still know like whatever, but over there, it's like they're taking over. It's hard for we have our Department of State or someone came out and they're like, we're issuing a letter of caution to the Taliban because of human rights abuses and blah, blah. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? A strong letter of caution or whatever. Oh, a strongly worded letter. Don't scare them. They just took over the whole fucking country. Like, God, get the fuck out of here.
That's why I'm just trying to live my life. Like,
got to, like, man.
Strong letter of caution. Like, and you know what else is helping the cause over there? It's like the people who are like taking a picture of like them looking off into a lake and the hashtag thoughts and prayers, pray for Afghanistan. It's like,
well, yeah,
shut the fuck up. You're not going to do anything. Just stop.
Someone took a picture. So that picture of that Marine holding the baby, that one that's like going super viral, someone is making that into a sticker or something like that. And they put it on one of the military pages and everybody's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, yeah, I guess somebody's going to start making money off this tragedy. Like everyone's like giving them shit. And it's like, unless you're like donating 100% of that money that you're making off that to whoever, then I don't know, man.
Yeah, but and what sucks about it, and I'm surprised this hasn't happened yet with